Welcome back friends, myself Dr. Harshavardhan Hilli and I am working as an assistant professor, Department of Genetics and Plant Breeding, RPCU, PUSA. So in the previous lectures we had already discussed about some of the key functions that can be used in the Excel, okay. So along with some other aspects also. So today we are going to see about how to put a box plot, okay, for the data. So I have taken one example here, the data of annual rainfall, okay. So for the 3 months, January, February and March, okay. So for these 3 months, I have taken the data, okay, how much of rainfall is seen during these particular months, okay. So, and these are the details that I had typed, okay. So, actually, if we go for putting this box plot, okay, so the box plot is already been put here, okay. But the thing is, what I want to say here is, if you include this box plot, if you draw this box plot, there is no need to put these details and all, okay. So these details can be known by just seeing this box plot itself, okay. So first I will just let you know what is the meaning of these particular aspects, okay. See here, I will be taking this particular data minimum, okay. So minimum in the sense the minimum value in the particular January month. It is the data of the January month, and among this the minimum value is 100, okay. So if data is small, you will be easily able to identify. If the data is too huge, what you need to do, you need to double click here and you need to go for giving the equals to symbol, then you need to use the quartile, okay. You need to go for typing this quartile.inc, okay. Double click on this, okay, and then select the data from which data you want to find the mean, okay. So I am selecting this January month data and then I am going for putting the comma here, okay. So I need a minimum value, okay. So if you want first quartile value, you can click here. If you want median value, you can click here, okay. So I want a minimum value, so I will be double clicking on this and then I will be going for entering, okay. So you can see here the minimum value is 100. Out of these observations, the minimum value is 100 here, okay. So this is how we calculate the minimum value. Similarly, if you want to means know about the quartile one, okay. So what do you mean by this quartile one? So this quartile one indicates like 25% of the data will be below this particular way. Okay, here I have already calculated, but how I have calculated, I will just let you know here. Same, you can go for equals to symbol, then you can go for typing quartile inclusive. Okay, here the second option, double click on that, and then you need to select the data. For the January month, I want the quartile data, that is quartile 1 data. Go for putting the comma. Okay, so here we are going to see the list of the same thing, okay, minimum value, first quartile and all. So I'll be clicking on the first quartile, okay, and then I'll be entering. So you can see here the out of this January data, okay, there are 13 data, 13-day observation is there, okay. So 117 is the quartile 1 data. What do you mean by this 117 quartile 1 in the sense? So below this value 117, okay, so we are going to have in this observation, we are having in this observation out of 13 observation, there are 3 values I have already highlighted here, 100, 112 and 110, okay. So these 3 are found in this particular January month, okay, below 117, okay. That means 25% of the data, 1 2 3 observations out of total 13, okay, it is approximately 25% of the data is like below 117. That is the meaning of quartile 1. Similarly, quartile 3, okay, 75% of the data so will be in the quartile 3. So quartile 3 value is 152, okay. So this means below this 152, so you are going to get 75% of the data, okay. So that's how we are going to calculate, okay. The same thing, go for equals to and then type quartile and go for selecting the data and then put the comma. Here you are going to have the third quartile, okay. So and then going for enter, okay. So it's quartile data, okay. I'll be pasting here. This is quartile 3 data, okay. Similarly, you can calculate the median. Similarly, you can calculate the maximum. This is how I calculated and I have already typed here, okay. So we will be just understanding the meaning of this plot, okay, the box plot, and then we will be going for how to put this box plot, okay. So you can see in the figure here, okay, so that I have already drawn the box plot here. So what does this box plot indicates, okay. So you can see here this particular line, okay, the last line of that particular box, okay. So I have already mentioned here, lower line in the box, it is the value of first quartile, okay. So similarly the middle, it is the median, this one, okay. Similarly the upper line is the indicator of third quartile, okay. And this line, the top line, this indicates the maximum value and the bottom one indicates the minimum value. Okay, so without typing this data, without calculating this data, easily from the figure itself you can come to know the like first quartile value, second quartile, third quartile value, mean value, median value, everything. Okay, so this cross mark, that is the symbol of this cross mark, indicates the mean value of that particular data. Okay, so this is in general the information about the box plot and all. Okay, so let's see how we are going to put this box plot. Okay, I will just make aside this one here. Okay, so what I will be doing, I will be selecting this data. Okay, this January, February month. Okay, and I will be going for insert. Okay, wait a second. So I will be going for insert. Okay, in the insert you are going to see this bar diagram picture. Okay, so here there is a mention of box plot. Okay, so click on it, so your box plot will be ready. So once the box plot is ready, like you are going to make a changes here. You can make a double click here, and you can go for making it bold. Okay, and you can increase the size. Similarly, you can put the double, if you are going to double click on this, you can add the elements here, axis title. If you want, you can put axis title, you can put chart title. Okay, so I'll be putting chart title, I'll be putting axis title also. Okay, so you can just see here primary, horizontal, how you want, you can make a changes in that particular chart. Okay, so if you want, you can add the data labels also. If I add, but it will be very much like overcrowding here, so that's why I'm not going to put this data labels here. Okay, and if you want, you can also put the legend also. Okay, so I'll be putting this legend on the top of that particular table. Okay, so you can see here this blue one indicates the January month, similarly this one February, and this one for the March month. Okay, so and then if you want to make a changes inside this box, okay, so if you want to make a changes inside this box, then you can make a double click here. Okay, so then there are many options here. I will be clicking here, and I'll be going for solid line. Okay, so I need a black color. Okay, I'll be choosing this black color, and accordingly you can also make changes in the transparency, width. Okay, so if I go for increasing the width, this width of this particular block will be increased, and now you can see little bit clarity is more. Okay, so that means I have included the black color coloring on that particular borders. Okay, which is clearly visible. And similarly, you can also you can also make many changes in this particular table. Here I am going to just type a title. Okay, so that is the rainfall months for the, I will be typing rainfall for the 3 months. Okay, rainfall data for the 3 months. Okay, so I'll be just going for typing like this. Whatever you wish, you can type. Okay, and you can also put the exist title here, but now as of now it is no needed. I don't want to write here. Okay, so just I want you to show how to place how to put this diagram and all. And also you can go for changing the color also. You can right click on it, and then there are a number of colors are there. You can choose the color whatever you are going to whatever you are liking. Okay, so also there are certain options here. You can see gap width. Okay, if you are double clicking on this, you are going to get this window. Okay, so here you can, if you are going to increase the gap width, okay, the gap width, according to the gap width, there will be change in the diagram of that particular there will be change in the size of this particular box plots and all. So this is how we are going to make a plot of box plot. Okay, so in order to know these lower values, okay, first quartile values, third quartile value, mean value, median value, okay, minimum, maximum, everything you can come to know. Okay, so there is no need to write this particular data. Just to show you how we are going to get this data, like in the Excel, by using this quartile function I have shown here. But the thing is, everything will be you are going to see here itself. See, you can just see here the bottom line, this indicates, okay, I have already written here the lower line outside the box, it indicates the minimum value. So minimum value you can see here 100. So exactly it is at the 100. So 100 is the minimum value in this particular January month. Okay, so like that, this cross marks indicates the mean value. Okay, so the mean value and median value, upper line, lower line, quartiles, everything you can come to know from this diagram itself. Okay, so hope everything is clear. You already, I think now by this you will be aware like how to put a box plot and the importance of this box plot. Okay, so thank you very much.